If you love green asparagus, then you have to try this pasta. Creamy asparagus pesto with cashew nuts on top and Parmesan inside. And I'll show you how to do it now. Have fun! Yes, first we'll cut off the woody ends of the asparagus. We'll now cut off about 4 centimeters so that we have the tips, because we'll add the tips later and we'll put them aside for now. And we'll cut the rest of the asparagus into pieces of about 1 centimeter. Yes, we'll now blanch the pieces for about 3 to 4 minutes. Blanching basically means we cook it briefly and then immediately put it in cold water so that the asparagus keeps its green color. Yes, while the water starts to boil, we can of course also cut off a piece of the lemon and squeeze out the juice. We'll put the lemon juice aside, we'll need it later. Now that the water is boiling, we'll of course add the green asparagus and cook it for about 3 to 4 minutes. Yes, I'll strain this now, because of course you can use the hot water again for the tips. Yes, now we still have the tips that we need to cook, but we'll only cook them for about 2 minutes at most, because they are of course a bit thinner and they cook relatively quickly. And then we'll also put them in the ice water. Yes, the water in which we just cooked the asparagus, we'll of course use that to cook the pasta, because the pasta will naturally absorb the flavor of the asparagus, and that's what we want. Yes, of course we'll salt the pasta water, and the water should taste like the sea so that the pasta can also absorb the salt. Yes, next we'll cook the pasta according to the package instructions. Now we'll start with the pesto. We've prepared everything now. We'll blend the whole thing. Now we'll add the asparagus. Next we'll add the Parmesan. Now add the cashew nuts, a little salt, then some pepper, a splash of olive oil and a generous handful of fresh basil. We'll blend the whole thing now. And what I almost forgot, the lemon juice. We'll try the whole thing with a spoon now to see if the taste is right. I'm now preparing a few more cashew nuts for the garnish and then some basil, and we'll chop them now. Yes, what we're doing now is putting a little pasta water aside for later. Yes, now that the pasta is ready, we'll drain it and then we can put it straight into the pan. Now we'll add the asparagus pesto right away. Now I have a little pasta water on the side. We'll add that too, of course. Yes, of course we'll taste the whole thing now to see if the flavor is right, and if necessary, season it some more. This tastes really awesome, guys. Yeah, when serving, or before we serve, we'll saute the asparagus tips a bit and add them as a garnish. Yeah, let's plate the whole thing now and then we'll eat it, of course. Yeah, that was asparagus pesto with pasta. Very easy to make. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you like the whole channel, leave a subscription. Then I wish you all a nice day. Until the next video.